Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Susan Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Minnesota. Let me find myself on my computer. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put my information out so you know where to find me. I'm consistently North Star Stamper on Facebook, on YouTube, on Pinterest, on Instagram, and my website. My email, everything is North Star Stamper because I live in the North Star state. All right, so today you're helping me out. I am attending a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator only event in Wisconsin on Friday, and I'm taking about 15 to 20 swaps with me. And I haven't made them yet, so that's what I'm doing today. So these will be cards I swapped on Friday in Appleton, Wisconsin. And when I get back from vacation, I will share with you the cards I got in return. So it'll be fun. So I'll just share with you the things that I'm using, and then we're going to make my first card together. The tags to go, interesting bundle. The stamps, obviously, I think they were intended for scrapbooking. Like, I suppose you could put a date on a wedding card. But I'm going to be using the Enjoy and this die to stamp the Enjoy on. And then I just love this key. It's just very typical. So I think that'll be kind of fun. So that's the tags to go. I think that's an online exclusive. And my colors are Blueberry Bushel, Pecan Pie, and Very Vanilla. So I thought that would be kind of interesting. Okay, stamp sets, you already saw the tags to go. I'm going to use the You're Remarkable, so interesting colors for a flower, I thought. And then I love this stamp, so I'm going to use it today. This is a piece to go on the inside of my card. Let me show you the other things. The, I think it's Damask embossing folder that is part of the Beautiful Gallery suite, which this is part of. And then I'm using some Designer Series paper, just a little, because when you make that many swaps, you can't use a full thing of Designer Series paper unless you bought extra, right? And so this is the Woven Textures. It was an online exclusive new in March, so you may not have seen it. There are 4 pieces. And you get 3 of each, so it's still 12 pieces, but you get 3 of each, which is allowing me to use this piece on my swaps. So I think these 2 would be really fun to stamp on. Maybe this one too, because it's so light. And if you have darker ink, you could stamp on that too. So I'm trying to do that more and more. I'm also sharing a demonstration on a technique when I'm at this event in Appleton. So you'll be seeing that while I'm gone. I have it in my newsletter. I'm forgetting where else I have it. Anyway, so you'll be seeing that too. So I have a Blueberry Bushel card base, 8.5 by 5.5, folded in half in A2. I embossed this piece of Pecan Pie on the wrong side, but I think it'll be okay. I did see this card layout in a card sketch on Pinterest, and I forgot to write down who created it. So they had a diagonal piece in the back, and then they had a larger piece here. So that's going to be our, sorry, it's sideways. That's going to be our layer there. And I was just playing around with stamps. So this is what I'm going for. I love this cute little bee. He's so cute. I wanted some twine to tie on our tags and our key. I'm going to tie the key with the tag. And I didn't have any Blueberry Bushel, so I took some of this. I think it's Balmy Blue. This is the Baker's Twine 3 color pack. And I took the blue, and I took some, let me wait for my video to catch up. There we go. I took some rubbing alcohol in my spritzer, and I don't have my, I just used a baggie. I spritzed some alcohol into the baggie, and then I added about 10 drops of Blueberry Bushel re-inker. In hindsight, I should have used more, but I dyed a very large piece of that blue. Not quite as dark as I would like, but I'm going to let it go. You're not going to be comparing it, but I could have done better. So more ink. And then I used alcohol instead of water, so it dried more quickly. It is smellier though, so I put it in the bag and I squish it in the bag, and then I have paper towels that I use to set it in a box, and then I leave the room because I'm in my basement. I leave the room for a while, and when I come back, this was hours ago, this was late morning and it's now evening, and it's dry. And it doesn't change the texture. It's still nice and soft. So that's how I colored my twine. Okay, so this is my sample. I'm going to put it aside. Oh, and then I have some embellishments. I think this is what I'm going to use. These are the adhesive backed metallic gems because I have so many of them. I thought I won't run out. I have these two, the adhesive backed textured dots. I think these have been replaced by the flower accents. And then I also have these gold and petal pink low profile dots. I thought the gold might look nice. But I'm thinking of doing the copper. We'll see how the card turns out. Like I said, it's all in my vision. Okay, so this piece is going to go on the bottom. What do you think about having it debossed instead of embossed? Because I was thinking it would be this way, but I kind of like it this way. So I'm just going to put it on because I don't have time to cut more and emboss more. So I only have a couple of these embossed. So, and of course I'm doing a production line here. I can show you my box here. So I have enough of those layers. This is a small one. I can measure this. This is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Does those numbers sound familiar? So I did not have any scraps when I cut this out of my Very Vanilla. Now I've die cut a bunch of tags and a bunch of keys, and then here are these. I cut these while I watched the news this afternoon. And then I found this stamp set. I think this was a paper pumpkin. It's got these keys and locks which coordinate very well with this bundle. You hold the key to my heart. Love is the key. Love is the key, and then I love you, and then to my Valentine with the hearts. So obviously it was a January paper pumpkin kit way back when. So okay, back to here. And this is 2, and I made this a little bigger by 4 3/4. It was supposed to be shorter, but I had already pre-cut my vanilla piece for my flower, so I had to make this piece a little longer. So we're going to put it off to the center so you can see that piece behind it. We'll set that there. Okay. Now, let's do some stamping. You know, this is my favorite part. Obviously, I was doing some blending there. All right, we'll clean up just a little bit. When I am stamping these 2-step stamps, which this flower is, I like to stamp the darkest color first. So in this case, it's going to be the pecan pie. And I stamped the entire flower. This is from the Remarkable You stamp set. I believe that is also an online exclusive. And I just got my finger in my ink. All right. So I'm going to put this down a little bit on. I'm not going to center it. I'm going to put it down a little bit because I want to be able to stamp that B on the top. So I'm only using 2 inks. Blueberry Bushel is our flower. So I'm going to ink it up and stamp it off. And then line this up. Not too bad. They'll be more precise as I go on and on and on, right? And then we have the leaves. So I'm going to use pecan pie. And that would blend into the outline if I don't stamp it off. And then line this up. It's easy to line this one up. To look at the leaves and the stem. So I look at the leaves at the bottom and the stem and leaves at the top, and the middle ones all fall into place. That is not too bad at all. While I have my stamps out and dirty, I don't think I cleaned them yet, I'm going to stamp the inside of my card with Stamp Off. Maybe I'll just do the leaf, or the flower. I won't do the leaves. How's that one? Oh, that's even better. Look at that. See, a little practice. By the time I'm done with my 15 to 20 cards, I'll be good. So this is going to go on the inside of my card. And let's finish this. I'm going to take this, I think it's Queen Anne's lace. I'm going to stamp off twice because I want it really pale. Oh, nice. 1, 2. And I will be doing that all night. Talking 1, 2 to make sure I stamp it off. All right, and then our little bee. He is so cute in Blueberry Bushel. Look at that. Where's my card? All right, how did we do? Look at that. I could add some color to the middle of the flower or not. Doing this many swaps, I think not. All right, and then, all right, so here is this key. So I have, that one is how I die cut it. There we go. And somewhere on my table, I have a sponge dauber. Oh, where did it go? Well, trust me, I used a sponge dauber. Sorry, I thought I was prepared. I don't see it now. It's hiding. But anyway, you know, a sponge dauber. It fits on your finger and has a sponge on the end. And I just dabbed it until it was as dark as I want in Pecan Pie ink. And you can see I didn't do it solid. If I wanted a solid color, I would have used Pecan Pie cardstock. But I like that it's a little, it almost looks textured. It almost looks leather. I could have used foil or something like that. If I wanted it to look like a real key. I was going for vintage here. And here is our Enjoy. Now it's going to bother me that I don't have. Well, let's see, blue or Pecan Pie. Let's do blue. Oh, nice. Let's look one more time for my sponge dauber. No, my table isn't. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. It was up on my computer of all places. So let's do the back side of this one in case it gets turned around. So just dabbing it. Sponge dauber. Let's do this one darker. Turn it over. So all these beautiful inked on my paper, I could be using, you know, I have scraps that I keep to clean up. That I can use for part of my frugalness. If you watch my Friday videos, my Frugal Friday, there, I like that one too. I talk about not wasting the ink on this paper. So, okay, let's put these ink pads away and use my blue twine. And I'm going to tie it around at least 2, probably 3 times. And then I will put, that's not very, nope. I need my new ones. Look at this, brand new ones. Thank you, Kristen. I'm going to feed my tag onto here. And a key. And with an Enjoy sentiment on the front, I could turn this into a card, a birthday card. It could be a retirement card. It could be a enjoy your vacation card. So I've been enjoying, no pun intended, this Enjoy stamp. Do we want a bow or just leave it in a knot? Let's try a bow. Okay, there we go. That's too much. No. So by tying it getting my card ready to go and having all this on the end, I will have very little waste that way. We'll leave it as a bow and decide when we're done. Okay. Now this can go on here. Let's put that on dimensionals. So thank you for joining me today. This is going to air on Monday, and I will be in Gdansk, Poland. Tony and I are going to Poland. He's been wanting to take me there for a while, and it's finally happening. All right, so this, when it moves around, if you mail it, you're not gonna be able to see that. So to get around that, I am going to use some glue dots. And since it's already on the card, let's see here. I'm going to pick up a glue dot with my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to put one on the card where I want my tag. And I'll pick up another one. Show you how I do that with my Take Your Pick tool. I've got things sticking to each other. And then I'm going to put this one down on the tag and adhere the key to that. One more thing. Okay, adhesive. So for swaps, we do not include envelopes. So hopefully whoever receives my card, if they want to stamp their envelope, they'll have the You Are Remarkable stamp set and Pecan Pie and Blueberry Bushel inks, and they can create their own card or an envelope to match their card. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. And if you're looking to do any shopping for paper crafting products, northstarstamper.stampinup.net is my shopping store. Thanks. Have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.